just in case we are missing additional students, so they'll have the opportunity to view the presentation later. So first of all, nice to meet you and welcome to Windsor University. My name is Lina Parra and I will be the professor of the Human Resources course. I want to take at least a few minutes, the way that you can introduce yourself now that this is going to be our first class. Most likely you will be together for the rest of the program, but at least to have the opportunity to share some information about yourself and let us know where you are, where you live, and any other information that you would like to share. Anybody wants to start?
May I start?
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you, Lina
Nice to
Para,
meet
dear doctor. I am Aysulu Isabekova from Kazakhstan. I am a teacher in the medical university, and I am a researcher, and also I am a clinical research associate for European Clinical Research Organization, contract research organization. And I still wish to obtain new knowledge about project management, about business administration, about all related to business knowledges. And I'm very grateful for this possibility to meet every one of you. And I hope we will finish this learning successful. Thank you for this possibility to take a speech.
Thank you very much. Anybody else? Thank you for sharing that information. Does anybody else wants to go next? What about you, Carlo? Do you want to introduce yourself to the group?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Carlo from Italy. Um, I live now in Rome and finish my study to architecture in architecture. And my project for this study in Windsor University is um, progress to my skill, to my knowledge in the project of the building, of the construction.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing that information and welcome. Omar, do you
Thanks.
want to say a little bit about yourself?
Maybe let's start.
I don't think, and so let's start. But thank you very much, Carlos and Azuli, for introducing yourself and sharing this information. This first presentation is not going to be very long. It was basically mostly general information about the university. As you know, Windsor University started in 2017, offering free courses to the students and while was in the process of licensure here in the United States. And finally, the university received the accreditation back in August of 2001. So we're now officially able to offer academic programs and a curriculum towards a degree. So this is a very quick information just about the presentation of the university, introduction about the professor, and a little bit of introduction of policies about the coursework. So as I mentioned to you, Windsor University got accredited by the Higher Education or Licensure Commission, and it was licensed last year on August of 2021. The idea of Windsor University and the development of the curriculum is to offer a curriculum that assists online education in competitive global market. And the idea is that the students get skills and academic knowledge that they can apply today as well as in the future. Um, we're using all academic technology resources available nowadays for most of the universities that are doing online education, as you can see. And the idea of the curriculum is to develop a competitive curriculum that even though you are doing an online program, that you feel that you're gaining the necessary skill to apply them in your workplace and in your personal life. So I just wanted to share a little bit about the missions and the goal of the university. I'm not sure how many of you had the opportunity to uh, browse the website and see all the information that we provide. So I just wanted to share this information with all of you. Our main mission is to provide an affordable online higher education for the students all around the world and giving them all the necessary academic skills to advance in employment opportunities and in their personal and professional life. And the main goal basically of the university is to to make sure that you guys are pleased with our curriculum, that are happy with what we are offering you, that you understand that we are offering a high quality education that will help you um, handle all the presentations and tasks that you do at your workplace. This is a little bit of a story about me. What I decided to do here, it was mostly provide professional information. The way that you can see that I had been in the higher education field for a long time. But in a personal setting, what I can tell you is my native language is Spanish. English is my second language that I believe is like most of the second languages for all of us. I was born in Colombia, but I have been living in the United States since 1988. So I have been here in the United States for over 20 years. And all that time, all I have been doing is being involved in the higher education system, mostly business administration, organizational leadership, and public administration area. So here what I wanted to do was to share with you the information of the grading scale. I do recommend you whenever you have a chance to access the website and download a copy of the catalog. The catalog will cover in more detailed information about curriculum, instruction, and program. If by any chance you have any questions at any time, you can contact me. You can send me messages via WhatsApp. You can email me at the Windsor University email address. And I can actually definitely send you, for example, a message after the presentation with the university website. And I can even attach a copy of the catalog as well. But this is the layout of the courses. And something that we need to encourage students, especially with an international groups like of ourselves, is the posting etiquette. Make sure that you are not rude, that you respect your classmates, that you don't use hard language, and that at all times we are respecting each other. It is very important that we follow this policies as all these meetings and all the chats will be recorded for future use and for your classmates to be able to access them. For the assignments, Windsor University will be following the APA 7 edition writing format. I am not sure if you are familiarized with APA. If you're not, whenever you have any issues, you can ask me. I have been using APA for many years. Something that I do recommend you is that in addition of buying or downloading the digital manual, there are many companies out there on the internet that have drivers that you can download and install to your Microsoft Word. I'm not sure if you use a Windows computer or a Apple OS computer, but they are softwares available for those. So when you're typing on Microsoft Word, you're typing your assignments, it will help you with the format of the titles, references, settings, and all the structures. Regarding the posting guidelines, the idea is that when we are doing weekly chats, that remember that put your posting, put your assignment, and at least try to answer to one or two classmates. Also, that the posting has references, everything that you're providing, anything that you're sharing with the class that has supporting evidence about what you are telling, unless you're providing a personal example, of course. But in academia, it's very, very important that we share that information, that we support the references, especially if you're using like online articles to support your assignments. In the postings, you are more than welcome to upload anything. If you are doing an assignment and you find an article or a specific presentation or a link to a site that you think that is very important and relevant, you're more than welcome to share it in the posted. That actually would be an academic development and beneficial for all the students. Also with the posting, if you have any issues, technical issues, computer issues, basically you can contact me at any time, or you can contact our technology team. At the end of this presentation, you're gonna see that you're gonna see the website, and you're gonna see an email address and phone numbers that are important for you to keep. Something that is very important for the assignments is trying to maintain the to keep the deadlines as much as possible. If by any chance you have personal issues, you have work issues, and you fell behind in a class, I'm very, very flexible. All you need to do is please email me ahead of time and just tell me that you're going to be late, that you need an additional day or 2 days. There is no problem whatsoever. Something that I do with my classes is when I review the assignment, I will use basically the rubric of the assignment to grade. But if by any chance your assignment is incomplete or it needs improvement, I will give you that opportunity. I will review the paper, I will grade the paper, and I will give you recommendations of how to revise the assignment, what information you were missing in order to improve your grade. So I do that all the way through the end of the class to make sure that when you're finishing your class, you have learned, you have practiced, and at the same time that you are basically maintaining a good grades in the program. Something that is very important is remember the late assignment policy without notification. This is not written on a stone. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen, especially now with these days of pandemic, that in one day we're okay and the next day we're sick. But this is more or less to give you an idea of a percentage of how important it is to give the classes and to submit the assignments on time. Plagiarism is something, especially at this academic level, that it is not allowed. So you need to be careful with your APA guidelines. You need to be careful with your paraphrasing. You need to make sure that everything that you provide has references. Um, don't copy anything from anybody or copy paste. I know we speak in different languages, and I have done this with other students before. If you find something in your language that you want to use, you're more than welcome to use it. Just when you are translating from your language, make sure that you just don't use Google Translate and just copy paste. When you translate into English, just paraphrase whatever information and put the reference of the original article of your language. So it doesn't mean that when you're completing assignments, everything that you're going to be doing is in English. We have to take advantage that we are bilingual, and in many occasions, maybe even some of you trilinguals. So take advantage of that. There are many academic resources out there in different language that can be used as a support of our academic experience. This is something that it is important for you to know. I know we always have issues. I know we have family issues. Sometimes we have unplanned emergencies and we see that we have to stop the class, or we have to request a drop, or we have to start the class at another time. So it is important that you are aware of the cancellation policy in comparison with the refund, how the university will reimburse the first week, the second week, and third, and so forth. So just in case that you remember this was actually extracted directly from the catalog. So when you download the catalog, you will be able to see this information. Via email, next week for sure, I will send you a copy of the official curriculum of the program, the way that you can have it. Right now in the catalog, what we have is what we call the program sequence, which is basically giving you an idea of how the program is going to be structured. So for this first term, as you know, you're taking the human resources class with me, and you are taking the most likely the project management class as well. Something that I'm not very familiarized with, but I'm gonna ask, is about the sequence of the structure. If you are required to register for 2 courses every term, or 3 courses every term, or if you have the flexibility of doing the program 1 class at a time. But at least for now, this is what it is officially listed in the catalog. So this is basically in the first semester in the program. This is semester number 2. It will be accounting and finance. It will be business managerial economics and organizational behavioral studies as well. This is term number 3. This is for the credit management, marketing management, business law, and ethics. Then now is when we're starting in what is called term 1, term 4, 5, and 6. That is to start developing the project, the graduation project. So we divided it like that, the way that you know that throughout the time of development, you are going to have support, and that you are going to have time to develop your research. You will have a committee, and the committee will accept you, will help you with the development of your research as well. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, this is basically the information of the university. Please save the WhatsApp phone number. That is the main phone numbers of student services. That's the contact phone number, the website of the university where you will find the catalog and you can download it, and the email address of student affairs. That is going to be your main contact if you have any questions about anything that it is related to the university, admissions, registration, pending documentation for admission, anything that you have, any questions whatsoever. I just realized that I forgot to include here my email address, but on the Teams meeting, you have it. And I'm also going to send you a message via WhatsApp with that email as well from the university. So you have my official contact information. So far of this brief presentation, do you have any questions whatsoever? Is there anything additional that you would like to share, or you want me to answer any questions? Please let me know.
May
Yes,
I ask
I have a
one
question. Sorry.
Oh, Carla, please.
Carlos, go ahead. You do first.
Oh, thanks. I would like to know how many hours during the lesson.
You're talking about the presentations, like these meetings that we are doing now, the required team meetings. So you're talking about the average time that you will invest on a weekly basis to do assignments.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the meetings that we're gonna have in teams, they might be probably an hour or a little bit less, depending on the topic that we are covering. As an academic structure, what I can tell you at the master level on a weekly basis, to have enough time to read and to develop your assignments and the participation in chat, more or less the average, it would be like 15 hours a week of investment, especially, for example, if you work part-time. I'm sorry, if you work full-time. So you're basically doing this after hours in the evenings and during the weekends.
Thank you, Lina. May I ask one question?
Yes, sir.
It belongs to our final research, and how to not how please describe the process of choosing of scientific counselor for this work.
Mm-hmm. What we're gonna do is at the beginning of the term, we are gonna provide information depending on the field that you are, that you can do. Remember that the idea is this. The idea is to develop a to develop a graduation project in your field. So this is an applied degree. Develop a research using your place of work, for example, using your team, your department, your company, something that you can gain something, of course, meet the requirements of graduation, but at the same time, something that you know that is useful for you. That so the topic, we will recommend you, we will help you to tailor it. I believe that for you is going to be easier than maybe from other students because you have research experience. So we will help you to meet the guidelines requirements and put the document more in a technical aspect of APA. But the idea is an applied research that you can use your place of work. Through the program, we will provide the information of our institutional research project, documentation, forms, copies of letters, all of these things that you need to make sure that your employer knows that you're going to be using them, or interviewing people within the company or your place of work, for example, to participate in this research to meet your program requirements. We are also in the process of developing sample templates that will give an idea to the student of how to develop, especially those students that have never done a research before. So the idea is to provide a template like for qualitative research, quantitative research, mixed methods, something like that, with all the guidelines, with all the structure, with the presentation format. So it will be easier for the students to present the research at the end of the program for to meet graduation requirements.
Thank you very much for your
You're
answer.
welcome. Anybody else has any other questions? I know Neurox, I know you entered the class a little bit late. I don't know if you want to take a little bit of the opportunity, if you have the opportunity to share something with us.
Hi everyone, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is Nouros from Northeast Syria. I'm currently working with INGO. So my question is like just to elaborate more on. You mentioned that we need to just like assign around like 15 hours per week to complete our assignment, correct? So
No.
it will be all
That
online. Sorry.
no. That's an estimated academic investment during the week.
Okay.
In like reading and doing your homeworks and posting your chat and emailing the professor if you need to, participating in the chat room. If we're gonna have team meetings on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis, it's all of that. It's an estimate. That estimate is good to
Okay.
have an idea because um, most of us probably could be married and have kids and work full time and have
Yeah.
some other responsibilities. So just for you to have an idea,
Okay.
an estimate of academic timing that will help you. For example, the time that you invested in the on your undergraduate program. I'm not sure if you did your undergraduate program face to face or online or blended. So more or less that average of time that it took you, if you were taking like 2-3 classes in one term, is more or less that. You can add a little bit of more time because when we do the discussions, well, you will need to read and write about it, and they post your assignment, so it will take you a little bit longer. But it's not an intense as a doctoral program that, for example, I tell my students to be up to date in your doctoral classes, you need to invest around 25 hours during the entire week to be able to be up to date in the readings and the typings and the assignments. So it's not as an intense, and it's just an estimated an idea of what you guys will have to do. Of course, if we work part-time or we're not working right now and our main goal is just academics, of course the requirement of the program you will meet them way faster.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other questions that I can answer at this time?
Yes, one more question, please.
Yes.
uh, uh, I am afraid of the schedule. I'm aware of the schedule of our lessons because our time zones are very different. I have 8:30 p.m. right now.
Got it. We will try.
And
We'll try to schedule the meetings at a time that it will be convenient for most of everybody. Like just for you guys to have an idea, I'm actually in Florida. Right now in Florida is 9:30 a.m. But do not be afraid about the meetings. All the meetings are gonna be recorded. All the meetings are gonna be placed in the platform of the classroom, and at all times you will have access to these meetings. So if by any chance you have an issue, you cannot attend, you cannot participate on a specific day or whatever, do not worry about it. Everything is gonna be 100% recorded. As a matter of fact, like for example, when I have meetings that for X or Y reason the student does not attend, I actually run the presentation anyways, provide the information, record everything, and upload it to the class. Because I know we're like in different parts around the world and we are in different time zones. So everything is gonna be recorded, and everything you guys are gonna have the availability of accessing it at your own time.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. And actually, don't even worry if you cannot attend, for example. It's not that we're going to deduct points of your final grade or anything for not attending. No, this is how you can consider the meeting. The meetings is for additional academic support. So the assignments, the book that you're reading, the assignments that you're completing, and everything, the Zoom meetings are going to be a complement of what you have read on that specific week or that specific 2 weeks, for example. So it's like a summary of everything with additional information. So that's basically what it will be. It's a complement to what you will be doing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anything else for now that I can answer for you? Any other thing that you think that is important to cover? Anyways, like now I got your list, I got your names, I got your email address. So I will be sending you also information as well. So during the week, stay in touch, or during the weekend as well as stay in touch if additional information is needed. Any other questions before we close the section?
I have no questions. Thank you very much, Lena.
Thank you very much. You, Carlo, Nison, do you have any other questions by any chance? Or have any questions about the presentation that I provided? Any doubts, anything that you need clarification?
No question. All
Excellent.
clean.
Excellent. So I want to thank you. Before we're closing, I want to thank you for attending this first meeting. And again, welcome to Windsor University and welcome to the Human Resources class. Like I say, I'm going to stop the recording now, but this recording will be available for you in the future just in case, as well as the presentation that I provided today. The only thing that I'm going to do is on the last slide, I'm going to also add my email so you have a complete record of the presentation with my email address. So if there is nothing else and you guys don't have any other questions, I think we're basically done for the day. Like I say, I'm going to stop recording now. And I really, really appreciate that you have attended.